From May 1st, 2026, the Renters' Rights Act comes into force in England. This reform is a big deal. It will significantly impact landlords, tenants, and international students in London. Let me break down the key changes you really need to know. First of all, Section 21 is abolished. No-fault eviction is gone. Landlords can no longer risk tenants to leave without a valid reason. You now need legal grounds, such as selling the property, moving in yourself, rent arrears, or tenant breach. And here is what many people don't realize. You cannot use selling or moving in within the first 12 months. After that, you will typically need to give at least 4 months notice. And you cannot fake it, because if you take the property back, you cannot re-let it within 12 months. Second, we'll see the end of fixed-term tenancies. The traditional AST, a short-hold tenancy, which usually lasts 6 to 12 months, is being phased out. Everything moves to open-ended, periodic tenancies. What does that mean? No fixed end date. Landlord cannot rely on contracts ending. Tenants can stay long-term. So in simple terms, landlords lose a lot of control over timing. So tenants now only need 2 months notice in advance to move out, where a tenant could stay just 3 to 4 months and leave. For landlords, that means higher turnover, more void period, and increased management costs. The change is the international student market is really different since May the 1st. Previously, international student tenants were ideal. They pay 6 to 12 months upfront. They're stable and predictable. Now, no more large upfront rent payments from them, and students can also leave with 2 months notice. We have a realistic example where a student could move in September, serve notice in October, leave by Christmas. It's one of the slowest rental periods in London. This creates a real risk for landlords. So in 2026, renting to international students in the private market might become more challenging. Will also be banned. Landlords and agents can no longer accept offers above the advertised rent. And in most cases, you can only take up to 1 month's rent in advance. Cash flow dynamics will change significantly for landlords. The days of collecting a full year's rent upfront from international students are largely over. Costs go up, rent will follow. We'll have higher tenant turnover, less predictable occupancy, and more complex regulation. Those costs are likely to be reflected in higher rents. In summary, with this reform, regulations are more complex. Contracts are more sensitive. Tenant selection is critical. If you handle it incorrectly, as a landlord, you could face legal issues or financial losses. So, if you own properties in London from May the 1st, 2026 onwards, your letting strategy needs to change accordingly. We have a fully licensed London-based team with strong expertise in compliance, financial structuring, and tenant risk management. Whether you are a landlord looking to protect your rent and reduce risk, or a tenant or student family navigating a more complex rental market, feel free to reach out. We will guide you through properly.